everyone, hope you all are doing really well. So this video is how to explain project in an interview for freshers and experience. I had made a video, but I think there are a lot of glitches happen. And I have to make this video because I am taking an interview. I have seen a lot of people are telling us the story which we really don't want to listen, and I think that is the first question itself, and we have to again go and see in their resumes what else they work on. And I just want it to be sweet and simple, so I just want you just go through this video, and this will really help you to make you someone out from the crowd, because I think there are a lot of people. We got I think 20 plus resumes, and we'll be taking interviews from 20 people, and the starting of the interview will get bored because they don't know how to explain your project and how to explain about yourself. There will be two questions, and the answer of these two questions will be the same, almost same, because when you tell about your project, you'll give little architectural way. You have to explain the architecture of your project and everything. Most of the people does not specifically ask you explain about your project in your interview, but they'll be asking, tell me something about yourself and your project and your roles and responsibilities. So I think that also comes in this question. So you have to be very specific to the point, and so that it will be very sweet and simple, and the other person also will be able to understand. So if you see at the receiver point, it will be really difficult for us to understand if you're telling us the story. So just sweet and simple, how you wrote it in your resume, it will be very easy for you to tell us instead of telling us the story. Okay, the second point is, I like to give you the suggestion, try and make a note of it. What this question, just prepare and note of it, because your experience, you have worked on which roles and responsibility, which tools, which domain you have worked on. Write it down in your paper, make it short and simple, and try saying it, and put a recorder on and see after your record, listen to that recording and see you'll be able to understand it or not. Right, that's the first thing. And if you do this question answer, if you give it properly, it will really make a effect. So you have to provide the best suitable example. First thing, be clear and specific. Your role should be explained clearly, and brief them the mistakes to avoid. Okay, like don't say this and this and all. You just have to be very clear. Okay, so when all is listening to this video, we have an opportunity in our organization. So if you're really interested, or if you're looking out for a job for an SDET profile, you can ping me, or you can even have put in a short, there's an opening in my organization for the SDET profile. Whatever experience you have it, you can comment in any of the sections, so I'll just see it, and probably I'll contact you for the referral details. So now currently only the opening is, so if you want me to help you out, you can just drop your mail ID there. So we'll be moving throughout the video now. You can just give a little bit of project introduction. Okay, and the domain of your projects, areas of your testing, roles and responsibilities, tools and technology. That's the thing. These all things should be covered, because what happens is when you work, like example domain. So when you worked on healthcare or banking domain, so have to specifically tell them. Don't miss this point, because sometimes people will just see your, like, as we got 10 resumes. Okay, so I'll just see the resume. Okay, I'll just see the tools and all. You just have to take your interview. So I'll just take 5 minutes before I'll just see 2 minutes before your resume and just see what all tools he has worked on and all. So if you tell us the domain and everything, so instead of explicitly ask you, or maybe if I have forget it, so that will also be, if I might have forget it, I can see that. Okay, I can listen to you, like when we'll be listening it to you. Probably if you're short and sweet and crisp, it will be very helpful for us also to understand, yes, you have worked on a particular domain. Okay. Areas of testing. So we just only don't want you to say automation testing. We were looking on different kind of testing of performed on these, because our organization, when you work in an organization, you will be working on different flavors of testing, not only one. So it's I am telling you in terms of everywhere. So you might have given in some organization they are looking for automation testing, but there are organizations in this world wherein they'll be looking at system testing, functional testing, non-functional testing, and manual testing, because they work on different flavors. So every organization's the way of their working is different. Okay, none of the organization work in the same pattern. Their pattern is working like everyone has a different pattern of work. and different type of testing they'll be involving in. So the tester works in different flavors or different. So if you know it, it will if you tell them, it will definitely add a value. So instead of saying automation testing, you should say everything. And non-functional testing is also very important, which comes under performance testing. So if you know performance testing, so this video is only to make you different out of the crowd. So if you're knowing this all things, non-functional testing, work on performance testing as well. If you're very good in automation, have this skill of non-functional testing. Learn JMeter. I think will take a 1 day only. Just learn a JMeter tool. I think that will really help you. And rest, I think you guys know. Or REST APIs. I think these two areas you guys have to concentrate. Not only automation testing companies are looking out, they are looking out REST assured as well, and your performance testing. So these, I think rest assured framework is also very easy. It's also 1 day thing. You just prepare. So if you know 70% of automation, but if you are knowing rest assured also 70%, non-functional testing also 70%, it will definitely add a value. Then tools and technology. So you have, when you're explaining tell something about yourself, so definitely you're gonna say what are tools. So make sure you cover all the tools you have worked on and you learned everything. So don't miss anything. So just tell that even SOAP UI, APM, whatever you have worked on, you have to tell them, and make sure they'll be able to answer those questions as well. So they'll come to you, right? If you're saying. So if you're saying rest assured, you said yeah, you are good in API. So make sure you complete, you have learned rest assured as well as SOAP UI. The difference between SOAP UI and rest assured. So make sure you have, if you're saying APIs, so APIs comprise of rest assured and the SOAP UI. Okay, so just see, and the architecture of API. So everything related to API, the definitional questions of API also very important. Instead, this many people I see 5 years or 6 years, they'll come, okay, they know the response code, they know the calls. Some organizations were okay with it, but there are a lot of things in the APIs itself. Even the basic calls, apart from the basic calls, there are more calls like 303, 301. So I think if you're knowing those calls also, it is good. So apart from the calls, you should be knowing that API gateways and the definitional thing, what is resource and everything you'll be using, what is options. So these are the questions we'll be looking at. Frameworks also. So if you worked on TDD, BDD, rest assured, whatever you have worked on, you have to convey. And then when you're explaining your project, and see how these things you have incorporated in your projects. So tools, and when you're telling about something yourself, also you'll be saying tools and technology and the framework you have worked on. Let's say they'll be asking about your project also. So you'll be telling there your project structure or everything, your domain or everything you'll be saying. So make sure you have incorporating these things also. In our project we use PDD framework, we have automated this functionality, and this, everything you have to convey. That's why I'm telling you, prepare everything so that you will not miss out something. And maybe you know that area really well, but you didn't said anything about that area. People will there are chances that we cannot while taking an interview or previously we have not get a chance to see your resume again and again. So it's better you convey everything. So functional and automation testing, SQL, Core Java, Selenium. So you have to say in Core Java what and all you have known, SQL what and all you have known, Selenium. So I have pretty much knowledge in SQL using database RDMS concept. I have a good knowledge in query and subqueries, grouping and joins. Okay, in the aggregate functions. And I have a good knowledge in Core Java also, working I have worked with OOP concepts. I'm very good with the OOP concepts and OOP concept only. And you can say that in Selenium we work framework, page object model using this page factory or test engine data driven. Okay. What is your roles and responsibility? Automate. My roles and responsibility include functional regression suites, automating regression suites, and performing the functional testing and API testing and using rest assured, and that's how you have to say. And performing integration testing, and for every build I'll be performing sanity testing on multiple devices or multiple browsers. Okay, and this is also you have to have experience to handle. Tell me something about yourself now. So this is also experience to handle individually handling the project, interacting the developers, business, and on-site coordinators for the requirement clarifications. And I use JSON web services, handling the project itself. Thank you guys. I think I made it very short, and I think this video is very helpful to organize, to stay in an organized way. Again, you can refer my other videos as well. So those also have a lot of information, even though it has a glitches, but that will really help you. What I wanted to convey is, like I have already in the last video, last minute also I'm telling you that there's an opportunity in my organization. You will get a great pay and work-life balance. Let me know if you want, if you're prepared enough, so that I'll refer you for the process. And thank you guys, and do watch all my other videos, which is really helpful at this time, because I think I've made a video which will really help you. And I'll just explain how you have to save. So I will say like, tell me something about project. So if they'll specifically ask you about the project, it's fine. When they ask you, tell me something about yourself. So I will be saying, okay, I have, my name is Kajal, I'm working in so and so organization for this much year experience. So my project is, for example, my project is telecom. So I am working at telecom based projects from past 2 years or 3 years. In here, my roles and responsibilities are handling the project, working on our user stories. We use test management tool called like Azure DevOps, wherein our user stories are placed, and we follow the agile methodologies in every. We follow the 2 weeks sprint. In every alternate, let's say Monday, I'll be giving demo to that product owner. We'll be working on like 2 weeks. We'll be working on our user stories, and on Monday we'll be presenting our user story to the product owner. My user stories is comprising of like I have a user story like comprises of all the kinds of testing, which is system testing or functional testing. I'll have a JMeter user stories as well. We'll be working on JMeter user story, and there are automation user stories specifically, where for the automation user stories we use framework like BDD framework. We use Selenium with Java. There we use page object model with with Page Factory, and we uses a lot of its concepts there in our framework. And apart from this, we have a JMeter user story which comes under non-functional testing, where we'll be using a JMeter as a tool where we automate the APIs, and there are other user stories also wherein we automate the API calls. We use REST assured framework for that. I think this one is enough. Like you have Prolab, and I have a pretty much knowledge on SQL queries, SQL transactions. I have worked on MongoDB as well, and I know for the CI/CD also we use like for the version control also we use Git, and because there are a lot of developers in my team, so we use Git tool and for the version controlling. And what else? So I have a like I'm learning it from my own. Like I know how to create an image in a Docker. Okay, so and apart from this, my roles and responsibility also, there are new joiners comes in, so I'm mentoring them. And sometimes there were chances wherein I'll be handling the project alone, and I know how to coordinate with developers and with the on-site on-site people. I like on-site coordinators. So I'll be easily collaborated with them and working on the projects alone itself. And yeah, I think this is very. I think this way, I have told you this is this is very prompt. I just thought of telling you this as well. I think this just give you the brief. This is how you can explain. So you'll be, and I'm telling you little slowly because I want the receiver person to understand it. You don't have to be little this is slow. But if you're prepared enough, for me, I have not prepared and I've just promptly said. But still, I thought I've covered everything. So make sure you'll cover everything and convey it in front of interviewer. Tell me something about yourself or explain something about your project. So I think that will be very important. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And stay tuned for my next video.